Welcome to CodeRush Feature of the Week. So Mark, what have we got this week?
Rory, this week I'm going to show you S for set. S for set. It's a CodeRush template. We've already covered CodeRush templates in other Feature of the Week videos, such as M for methods and P for properties. S for set allows you to both set values to variables, set variables to so they have a particular value, or to check to see if a variable already is set to a desired value. So it's useful for testing a variable, and for assigning a value to the variable. The same template works both ways. So to demonstrate it, I'm going to come up here to the variable result here, and I am going to copy this to the clipboard. I'm just going to use Smart Copy. I won't select it first. I'll just hit Control-C. CodeRush will select it for me, intelligently selecting the piece that I'm on. And now I'm going to come down to the next line, and I'm going to type in S for set, followed by 0. And then I'm going to hit the space bar to expand.
Nice.
Now, your template expansion key may be the tab key, depending on your settings. So it's S and then 0, and it gives me that. Now, let's say I want to test to see if result is 0. It's on the clipboard, right? So I'm just going to come in here, type in if, type in S0, the same two keys I just hit before, right? And then the space bar to expand, or the tab key. And it expands slightly differently. Notice it now expands to this, result double equals 0, right? So there's my assignment, and there is my test.
And of course that's possible because CodeRush knows that you're inside something that's trying to evaluate a Boolean condition, and that it would not be sensible to assign a 0 in that circumstance.
Right.
So it uses the other expansion.
Right, exactly. Down here I have something that's a string, for example. And I can come down here and I can set that string to a particular value. So if I type in S for set and then a quote and then the space bar or the tab key, I can now type in my string for this, whatever I want it to be, like that, for example. Or I can come down here and I can type in S for set and then N for null, and I can set my string to null, right? So it's very, very fast with regards to working with that. And if I want to, for example, check to see if that string is set to null, I can just come in here and inside my expression type in SN again, and there you see what's happening, right? So it's very fast to go in there and do those particular checks. And that's essentially it. Now, I'd like to give you a peek behind the scenes so you can see how this is working, if that's all right.
Sure.
And since, you know, you're my sidekick, you're going to say, of course, Mark. Let's do it.
Absolutely.
So let's come in here. Let's type in like SN, right? Or maybe let's type in S0, right? Like that. And what you can see is happening is it's filtering through all of the templates that we have. And it comes up and says, well, I think you're looking at S and then primitive. So what's happening here, we've seen this before in some of the templates. Some of the templates have a reference to a template name variable. And this is referencing a template named variable called primitive. And it just basically says, okay, well, I'm going to paste what's on the clipboard. And then I'm going to get that primitive, whatever that value is. And I'm going to put an equal sign there and a semicolon there. So you can kind of see how the assignment is working. And with regards to the primitive, let's look at the primitives real quickly. Let's come over here. So I'm going to go to template name variables, and I'm going to look at my C# primitives. And you can see some of the ones we used here. There's my quote, and it just expands out to 2 quotes, right? A 1 gives me a 1, a 0 gives me a 0, F gives me false. I should show those because they're crazy powerful, right? I can even set a string to string.empty as well, s.e. or SE right there. And TH is this, right? So I've got a number of primitives that are out here for C# that I can reference, and I can combine those with the templates that we have over here. Now, there's 2 pieces of magic going on in this that allows this to also work inside of an expression. One is this checkbox here that says auto double equals. So the auto double equals will turn this, the assignment equals, into a double equals if it's expanded inside it where an expression is expected. And the auto line terminator will trim off this line terminator or add one if either it feels like it needs to trim it off, in other words, it's expanding inside an expression, or it needs to add one. It's a statement.
So this is engage CodeRush awesomeness, and it just knows about certain constructs that are effectively the end of set statements or are not.
Exactly. And that's it. That's kind of the secret behind that. I said I was going to show you a Boolean. I think I may have got a Boolean somewhere out here. Looks like I do not. Let's go ahead and we'll just declare a new Boolean here. So I'll just type in VB like this, my bool, like that. I'm going to copy this to the clipboard. And now if I want to set it to true, I type in ST. If I want to set it to false, I type in SF and the space bar or the tab key. So it's crazy fast, right, to get those common little small bits of code that you need all of the time.
Absolutely. No, that's fantastic. So basically this is the set template, okay? It is either going to do a set or check is set, and it will expand correctly based on your circumstance. So you just have to learn the one template in order to get everything done. Obviously, copy the right variable to the clipboard that you want to work with, and you're good to go. SF, set to false, ST, set to true, set to 0, all becomes very simple.
That's right. I'm going to leave you with this one last one, and you can sign us out here. SSE, remember we saw that in there? Set to string.empty. There you go, right there.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you very much, Mark. We'll see you next week on CodeRush Feature of the Week. For more Feature of the Week videos, click one of the 2 video links on screen or select from our playlist. Download and learn more about CodeRush from the DevExpress website. And be sure to subscribe to our channel to receive all the latest CodeRush feature videos. Thanks for watching. See you next time.